And good morning, East Alabama and West Georgia. Dr. Don with you as we begin our severe weather coverage for severe weather moving across the state of Alabama, now moving into extreme northwest Georgia as well. And so we're going to spend the next 10 minutes or so kind of bringing you up to date on where we are with the severe weather possibilities across East Alabama and West Georgia. For those of you who are viewing us from North Georgia, if you are not already following our White County Public Safety page, we invite you to search for White County Public Safety on both Facebook and over on YouTube. As soon as I finish this update for East Alabama and West Georgia, I'll be going live over there on our White County Public Safety page, and I'll be doing a more specific update for the residents of White County, Georgia as well. But let's bring you up to date on where we are at the moment. We've been telling you now for a couple of 2 or 3 days that we anticipate an outbreak of severe weather today across Alabama and Georgia, and that is exactly what we are seeing happen out there this morning. Early this morning, the Storm Prediction Center out in Norman, Oklahoma, upgraded our risk category from significant to enhanced. And that raises the bar. Now, that's when you really need to start paying attention to what's going on. And we see that happening across Alabama at this hour. We've got multiple tornado warnings. We have several severe thunderstorm warnings. We have already had damage this morning over in Sumter County, which is way over in extreme western Alabama. In this thunderstorm complex that's moving into West Alabama at this hour. We have confirmation of damage over there, and that damage most likely came from this thunderstorm that is producing a tornado over there just to the west and northwest of Demopolis, Alabama. So the damage would be over here north of Cuba, Alabama, right along the Alabama-Mississippi state line. So you folks near Demopolis and just north of Demopolis over toward Forkland, and even eventually over here further into central Alabama, you need to pay very close attention to that thunderstorm. It does have a history of producing tornadoes, and there is damage in the wake of that storm over in West Alabama. So you'll see, though, that we have a very strong line of thunderstorms, which really would go all the way to the north end up here around Chattanooga. That stretches back across Lookout Mountain in northeast Alabama and northwest Georgia. Then as we come on down that, and we have a tornado warning up there too on the Alabama side of things. It looks like Georgia is going to go with a severe thunderstorm warning for this particular storm. We'll bring the radar current. So you folks up there in northwest Georgia, the line appears to be maybe not quite as strong up there at the moment, but that will change as that line moves on off to the east. Also, remember, we're looking at the Birmingham radar, so we may not be seeing all of that reflectivity up there in northwest Georgia. But then as we come back down to the south near Fort Payne, very strong line of storms there. That continues down to just west of Gadsden, Alabama, near Aniana, and then down to the Jefferson County area or the greater Birmingham area. We see very strong thunderstorms there. And then, like I said, down here in west central Alabama, we have a tornado warning. It remains in effect until 11:30 this morning for southeastern Tuscaloosa and central Bibb counties of west central Alabama. Radar continues to indicate a thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado now just south of Tuscaloosa, moving to the east at around 45 miles per hour. So again, that is a tornado warning for central Alabama, northern Bibb, and southern Tuscaloosa County. And then over here in west Alabama, that is a tornado warning that remains in effect for northeastern Marengo County, southeastern Greene, southern Hale County, and east central Sumter County in effect this morning. So this line is going to continue moving on off to the east, and it will eventually make it into East Alabama and West Georgia. So you folks over here in Clay, Randolph, Tallapoosa, Chambers, down into Lee, and then in Georgia, Carroll, Hurd, Troop, and Harris of our coverage area. Be on weather alert today. You need to make sure you pay very close attention to what's going on. You're not included in the tornado watch just yet, but I can almost guarantee you that as this line continues moving across Alabama, so will the tornado watch. It will be expanded to the east, and our East Alabama and West Georgia counties will be included in that tornado watch, most likely within the hour, certainly within the next couple of hours. We do have a handful of counties already covered under a tornado watch that's included in our coverage area, and that's Talladega and Coosa and Elmore County of east central Alabama. Then over in Georgia, northwest Georgia up into southeastern Tennessee and extreme western North Carolina, covered by a tornado watch at this hour. For you folks up here in White County that's watching our feed this morning, the tornado watch makes it all the way over to our western sections right there along the White County, Lumpkin, Union County line. While Lumpkin and Union is included in that tornado watch, White County is not included just yet. But again, just as in East Alabama and West Georgia, as this line of thunderstorms advances off to the east, that tornado watch will do the same. So I would fully expect White County, Georgia to be covered under this tornado watch within the next hour or two as the Storm Prediction Center extends that watch on off to the east. So at the moment, no threatening weather across East Alabama or West Georgia, but as we go throughout the afternoon, we fully anticipate this line of storms to continue to increase in coverage and intensity. It's already very strong, but we think there's a chance it could get even stronger as we go throughout the afternoon. Lots of phone calls and questions from school systems all across Alabama and Georgia today. What should we do? Well, I certainly can't tell you what you should do, but I can tell you what my opinion is. And my opinion is you keep the children in school. If you send them home, you're sending them home unsupervised in a lot of situations, and you're sending them home to structures that may not be as sturdy as the school buildings that they are in. Is there a possibility that you may have to hold students this afternoon as this weather moves into East Alabama and West Georgia? Absolutely, there's that chance. You certainly do not want to send buses out into your particular county with high winds, and we're going to have high winds whether we have severe weather or not. So that is a concern, but that is a better option than sending students home early, quite often to homes where the parents work and they're unsupervised and they're home alone during severe weather. So it's my suggestion that you keep them on campus, you keep them inside, you have plans to move them into interior hallways away from glass and keep them away from those open span facilities on school campuses such as lunchrooms, cafeterias, and auditoriums, gymnasiums. Those are all bad places to evacuate during a tornado warning. You want to be in those interior hallways. If you live in a mobile home, you should evacuate your mobile home, and you should do that now instead of waiting until a warning is issued for your area. If you wait until a warning is issued, then you're actually increasing your exposure for severe weather issues by getting out in an automobile to try to go somewhere else. So if you live in a mobile home, now is the time you want to start making plans to go to your neighbor's house, whether it be across the street or across town, maybe a family, a friend, a loved one, or just simply go to a retail outlet somewhere and go shopping for a couple of hours while the storm moves through. It's better than staying in a mobile home. Mobile homes are just not structurally sound enough to make it through an event like this. So you always want to take the least course of regret, and if you live in a mobile home, you don't need to ride out these type storms in a mobile home. Now, if you're in a home or a place of business today, make sure you understand where you're supposed to go if a warning is issued for your particular area. That would be the lowest floor, preferably a basement if you have one. Interior rooms, such as a closet or bathroom, you're going to want to make sure that you carry items with you to help protect you from flying debris. A good idea there would be cushions off of a couch, a mattress from a baby bed or a futon. You're going to want to make sure you carry blankets with you. Anything to cover and protect your head, such as motorcycle helmets, batting helmets, football helmets. You want to make sure you have on hard-soled shoes. Carry something with you that can make a loud noise so that you can get a rescuer's attention in the event that you are covered by debris, so they'll know where to go to rescue you. Make sure that your phone is fully charged. Make sure you have multiple ways of receiving severe weather information. And if you have one, make sure your NOAA weather radio is working properly today. If you don't have one, as soon as this event is over, go purchase one, either in person or online, so that the next time you'll have a NOAA weather radio to help you through these situations. So that's kind of the situation we have at this hour. Again, most of East Alabama not under a tornado watch yet. That most likely will change in the next hour or so, and we will come back and give you an update on that as soon as we get that tornado watch from the Storm Prediction Center. Again, for those of you who want to follow us over on the White County Public Safety page, I'll be going live over there next to specifically update the citizens of White County, Georgia, up here in the northeast Georgia mountains. All you have to do is search Facebook for White County Public Safety, or you can search on YouTube for White County Public Safety. Follow those channels. And so then you're getting best of both worlds. You'll get us over here on the East Alabama side, and you'll also get us up there in northeast Georgia. So, again, remain weather aware throughout the remainder of the afternoon. I think this line of storms will move into East Alabama sometime after about 12 or 1 o'clock this afternoon. It's not going to last for a particularly long period of time. We're talking maybe 30 minutes, and the severe threat will be over. And then we will have some heavy rain showers, and it's going to be very windy for the rest of the afternoon into the evening, and maybe even a snow flurry or two first thing tomorrow morning. It won't amount to much. No accumulation is expected, but our weather is going to go back to winter very quickly after this line of storms. Folks, take this seriously. This is an enhanced risk of severe weather, and it is a day that you've got to stay weather aware so that you'll be prepared for the possibility of severe weather. We'll continue our coverage here on Dr. Don's Weather, so stay with us. Keep your phone close by, and we'll see you back in here